Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. We are counting down to the draft, and right now I know that David Wiley, Chef David's coming over tomorrow to be part of our draft show. Unfortunately, Daniel Hernandez, who moved out of the area, is not going to make it. I think DMV has a funeral tomorrow, and it'll probably be a lot for him to come, and the same thing with Momo. So it may be a lighthouse, me, Michael, the wife, and I don't know. We'll see who's going to be here. Another little tad bit here. It seems like we're hearing that a lot of, we've got McMillan, we've got Golden, are players that, hold on, hang on. Sorry about that. I've become the chicken chef for my daughter. She's learned to save money by getting dad to buy the chicken and cook the chicken and take it home. But she makes multiple meals out of her chicken. So, and the beautiful bride, it says it's spring cleaning time, so we're cleaning the deck too. So we're multitasking. So we're hearing, shout out to my buddy Greg. Greg has said that the Cowboys, if it ends up being that McMillan is gone, that Genty is gone, and Tat is gone, don't be surprised if the Cowboys go offensive line. And don't be surprised if they try and trade back. And this may be definitely one of those drafts that they look at it and say, we're not going to get the major play, the sure fit guy that you hope to get. And they decide to see if they can trade back, if they can find a trade partner. I pointed out a little earlier today that trading back works better than trading up. That very rarely are you getting playmakers. Out of 28 in the last 5 years, trade-ups, only 4 of them have become Pro Bowlers. That's not good. That's 14%. So, yeah, you don't really want to be the trade-up guy. One of the ones that they really like is Gary Zabel. Gary Zabel from North Dakota State, okay? He's been like Mississippi Valley everything, okay? He has 36 starts in a row and has played last year 15 games. I want to say 13 of them he played right guard, and he also played some right tackle. He's listed as a tackle. Production score and the scores are off the chain. He's one of the highest rated offensive linemen in the draft, and that's where the Cowboys like to go. Now, interesting thing here, I want y'all to think, because we always believe that, you got to get a first-round talented offensive lineman. The thing is when you think about the 90s Cowboys offensive line and the 70s, offensive linemen were never high picks for them. In fact, the 90s offensive line was one of those ones where they literally took a defensive tackle and made him an offensive lineman. So the Cowboys, they are a creature of habit. They like to do things that they're comfortable with, and they like to repeat things that have been successful for them. And one of the things that's been successful for them, for the most part, is drafting offensive linemen in the first round until you got to Tyler Guyton. But every one of the other ones that you've seen them do, they've all been straight butter. And they may want to look at this and say, we do need to replace Zach Martin. We need to get our offensive line better. And we don't look at the players that are there at talent-wise, that Omar Hampton is there, that they're not sure that the 12th pick is the guy for them. So if they don't get a trade partner, look for them to get one of the best available position players, because that's the other part on this that the Cowboys like to do is when they draft in the first round, they like to get a guy who's the highest prospect at a position. And unfortunately, running back, I don't think we're going to be able to get that one. Wide receiver, Golden's probably the number 2, and you may not be able to get him. And that's why the Cowboys will go offensive line, because they believe in those guys. So, you may not see the offensive weapon. You may not see the offensive weapon in the first round that makes the Cowboys go, wow, that's our guy. And they're going to look at it and say, instead of saying, we have to get a wide receiver or a running back who may be second or third as a prospect, they're going to go through and say, well, we've got the best guard in the draft and draft him. And that's the thing that they've been actually pretty successful with, is getting guys that might not necessarily be what you're looking for. We weren't looking for a wide receiver when we drafted CD. And, Micah was another one that they weren't expecting to be there, that they decided they wanted. And so that's all I have to say about that. But we got our chicken cooked for my baby. We got our grill cooked down. I'm going to tell you, I've had many, many grills before. I think this is a Weber Genesis. And I think I've had this for about 6 years. And this is the best grill that I've ever had. It's so nice that I bought one like this for the Red Brick House. The only thing that I'm mad about with this grill is when I bought the other one, I didn't buy the one with the extra burner on it. This right here is the searing burner, which really gets this sucker up to about 650, 700 degrees. And that makes a difference when you really are cooking that big piece of meat. If you want to get that really good sear, you need that. Alrighty, good people. As always, I appreciate you. Peace out.